with the guys the Dallas Stars are missing and the guys the Colorado Avalanche brought in, I just don't know how you can look yourself in the mirror if you lose this series.
They are officially out of excuses. And this loss would look really bad. Ice is ready, and we are back with another episode of the Empty Netters podcast brought to you by BetMGM. I am your host, Dan Powers. Whenever we go home to York, Maine, he doesn't pack any clothes because he wears the clothes from 2004 to 2008 that he just keeps in the bureau of his childhood bedroom. He thinks it's charming. He thinks people love it. But whenever we're back there, my dad pulls me aside and says, "What do I have to do to make your brother stop being so embarrassing?" Chris Powers.
As always. And here's the thing. I don't think it's charming, and I know people don't love it. I don't feel like packing. I just clothes home. I wear the clothes at home. I pack light.
But what is the benefit of it?
I don't have to pack stuff. I just go home, dude. I just go home and there's clothes there.
But, so here's my question. You said pack light. Why don't you just actually pack light? Just like pack, a few shirts, and then you can just wear those shirts.
Or pack no shirts.
But you
wear
always,
all the ones.
If you only flew with a backpack, I'd be like, wow, you're really doing this. But that's not, you don't do that.
You would be shocked what's in dude, like I'll bring jackets or whatever, because I really only have t-shirts and hoodies.
Yeah.
Like I don't have
just bring like one.
I do. I bring the shirt as I wear. I'm wearing a shirt on the plane. And I have that one.
I have the shirt on my back.
Yeah, that's the one. I fly back in that. Whenever we come back, I'm flying. Pay attention next time. I'm wearing the same shirt.
You know what I love is there are people undoubtedly from our hometown that see you. They see you in the grocery store.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I wonder how Chris is doing. And every time they see you, you're wearing the same old ratty clothes.
Because there aren't that many of them.
Yeah. And they're like, Jesus, like, I don't know if he's doing well.
Because they think I have that shirt in California.
Yeah. And you just like fly. You're like, I have to wear my York High School baseball sweatshirt when I'm here. And they're like, dude, this fucking kid is.
No, pal. It's been in my closet,
hanging
untouched for a year.
It is 10:47 p.m.
Empty Netters After Dark.
Empty Netters After Dark. We're coming at you with all of the hot topics, all of the live updated action. We had 2 games tonight that we're about to get into. If you didn't see our live this morning, make sure you start tuning into the lives. Monday morning, Wednesday morning, Friday morning, 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. We're getting you live shows every other day. So then these pods fill Tuesday and Thursday. It's just every day, actually.
It's every day.
Unbelievable. Before we get into the hockey talk, the hot ice, if you will.
Yep.
I wanted to talk about this on the live yesterday, but there was just too much going on. I was in New York over the weekend.
Dude, just to stop you really quickly, do you mean the live today?
Oh my God, dude. Did I say yesterday?
Yeah. Because, pal, that was today.
That was literally today.
That was this morning.
That was this same
And you
day.
didn't even, that wasn't a bit.
No.
You were like, that was yesterday. And I'm telling you, dude, that was literally this morning.
Dude, I'm hanging by a thread. I'm hanging by a thread.
How are we going to make it to the final, dude?
But I'll tell you why. On my flight home,
Yeah.
so a Sunday, I'm flying, and I'm sitting in my seat, and I'm trying to watch the Kings-Edmonton game because it's absolute chaos. I think I had a 8 p.m. flight, which got delayed an hour. I was just sitting on the tarmac before takeoff for an hour because there was a traffic jam or some bullshit.
Yep.
But there's a portly gentleman to my left. This guy, I sit down in my seat, got a nice seat on the plane, but I sit down next to this guy, and I already know he's going to be a nightmare.
Yep.
Because when I sit down, this dude is watching not anime porn,
But right there.
but it was right on the line.
What is
These gals were not wearing much.
what is it? Oh, it's like softcore. That's what
Well, I don't know if it would be called softcore porn. We'll get Jordan Spence on the line to tell us more about the anime details. But it didn't appear to, I didn't peek at it that long.
Well, doubt it.
And I certainly couldn't hear it,
Doubt
so I
it.
don't know what the storylines were.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of gals, a lot of cartoon gals, and they weren't wearing much clothing.
Yep.
And he was just flaunting it on his iPad.
On the
But
pad, too.
the real issue with this guy, we're sitting on the plane. I'm trying to watch this game. He's sitting next to me, and he's got his elbows on the armrest. This fucking prick was falling asleep, and every 10 seconds, I'm not kidding, every 10 seconds, he was falling asleep, and he was twitching, and he was doing this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just
yeah.
double
Where are you?
ripcording.
Are you in the middle?
I was in a middle seat.
So he's hitting aisle, nobody, and then you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Double ripcording, just elbowing me in the arm. And I don't have my arm on the armrest.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in my coffin.
Yeah.
No, I said I had a nice seat, and then I said I was in the middle. I know that sounds contradictory.
No, you were up.
But
You were
I'm
near the front.
up in a nice preferred seat. This fucking guy is just ripping me. And I'm telling you, it's just like we go on for almost an hour.
Yeah.
And it's happening so frequently. And eventually, at one point, I had my headphones in. I was watching the game. I out loud at one point, buddy, you're killing me.
Yeah.
And like he kind of woke up and was like, oh. But I'm wondering if there's something to do in that situation next time.
The sleep makes it hard for me because I'm like, what did you want? I don't know what you to tell him. You're like, hey, stay awake. And
But
he's like, I'm falling asleep.
Well, no, because here's the thing. If I were trying to fall asleep too and he was just waking me up every 5 seconds because he was elbowing me, I think I genuinely would have tapped him and been like, excuse me, sir, you are elbowing me every 10 seconds.
Yeah.
I don't know what you need to do. Maybe grab a sweatshirt and tie your body up, but this cannot continue. It was crazy.
Do you think he's done that on every flight he's ever been on? Every sleepable flight?
I would imagine that is a regular occurrence for him on planes. Again, I don't want to spend a lot of time on this guy because it's only going to make me bad. And I just want to recharge the batteries, get back to zero.
Yeah.
We're going to move on from him, but I need you to know that I was battling during that flight because this fucking guy was he was a couple elbows from getting jabbed.
I think you should have done it back. Should have faked it.
I did. One time I was kind of like, yo, dude, fuck. Yeah. But man, he didn't care.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Let's talk about Sinners real quick.
We saw Sinners.
Just going to do a little bit of not ice before we get into it because we only had 2 games.
Yeah.
Do a little bit of not ice. Hot in the streets, Sinners.
Everybody talking. Dude, everywhere I go, people asking me. I mean, maybe that's the LA bubble, but everybody's like, you seen Sinners? You seen Sinners?
I loved it.
Yeah, dude, me too. I thought it was great.
Thought it was great.
But I will say,
Coogler can kind of do no wrong for me. The guy's hot. He has no misses.
My biggest takeaway is the post-credits scene was not only the best scene in the movie, but also the most important scene.
It was wildly inappropriate that it was a post-credit scene. We saw about 20 people walk out of that theater.
Missed it. They saw a significantly worse movie than I did.
100%.
So if you haven't seen it yet, sit your ass down, dude, and don't miss it.
For those who don't know, Sinners, Ryan Coogler directed. Ryan Coogler did Fruitvale Station. He did Creed. He did Black Panther. Elite director. And this movie takes place in 1930s Mississippi. Michael B. Jordan plays 2 characters, twins.
Twin brothers.
Who
runs a hockey podcast.
Grew up in Mississippi.
Yeah,
head off to Chicago, come back, start bootlegging, set up a juke, little music joint, liquor joint, and some vampires show up. It's a vampire movie.
Yeah, it sure is.
I'll tell you what, had a blast. Thought this movie was great. Shout out Jack O'Connell. Phenomenal villain. I think it is crazy that Ryan Coogler definitely saw Forgetting Sarah Marshall and went, I'll tell you what, there's something to this vampire musical idea.
Yeah, because he did one.
Because this is a borderline musical.
It's not.
There's so much music in this movie.
Yeah, there's a lot of music.
And by that I mean musical numbers. Early in the movie, I mean the opening sequence is a tale about music and what music can do. Music can bring on the devil.
Yeah.
That's the devil's music.
Yeah.
And that's great.
Yep.
It was a good theme. They did it well. I was not prepared for the multiple singing and dancing numbers.
I don't want to give stuff away, but there was one in the middle where I said to you, I was like, what, dude?
It's a vampire musical, dude. It's literally A Taste for Love. They should rename the movie to A Taste for Love.
Dude, actually, based on some of the plot points, I actually think that would be a better name. That would actually be a better name.
There are 2 things that were abundantly clear in this movie. And this is the only tease that I'll give you guys, because if you haven't seen Sinners, go see it. It's fantastic. 2 things very, very clear. 1, Ryan Coogler had recently seen Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Yep.
2, he had recently eaten pussy.
Yeah.
And he was like, I've got to put
He
this
goes,
in.
a little brainwave.
I've got to put in eating pussy as many times in this movie as I possibly can. And that's great.
Post-credit scene, incredible. Dan, I found this on Complex Magazine.
Okay.
And they said, we are giving you the 11 best actor-director partnerships in Hollywood.
Wow.
Number 1, Martin Scorsese and Leo DiCaprio.
How mad do you think Robert De Niro is about that? Just serious question.
Yeah, dude, because coming in at 4 is Martin Scorsese and Robert De Niro.
Wow.
I cannot wait to share this list with you. Coming in at 2, Jordan Peele and Daniel Kaluuya.
They've done 2 movies?
2.
One was really good and one was really bad?
Yep. Number
Okay.
3, Greta Gerwig
I
and
knew.
Saoirse Ronan.
Oh my God. Stop reading this list. Over Scorsese and De Niro, dude.
5, Spielberg and Hanks, dude. 6,
What a list.
6, Quentin Tarantino, Samuel L. Jackson.
What a list. Dude, that one.
7,
Dude, 6.
7, Spike Lee and Denzel. This is actually kind of an off-the-wall one, but good. 8, Adam McKay, Will Ferrell.
Oh.
Okay, dude. And what I wanted to ask, I don't need to keep going. What I wanted to ask you is, where is Coogler and Michael B?
Dude, like Coogler and Michael B are better than 2 and 3 on that list.
Yeah, and
Or 3 and 4 on that list.
And I kind of think they're now approaching doing something, I think, on that list. Even though most of them are, one's Marvel and one's like sports action.
Nah, fuck that. That doesn't matter. Creed is elite.
Those are
dude.
sick.
It's
I'm
Academy
saying
Award-winning
I love them. I
film,
love
or
them.
nominated film.
So that's actually going to be where do you think they might rank at the end of all this?
Oh, they're getting up there, dude.
Yeah.
And also, it's so sick to me that they are clearly boys.
No, dude.
That's all what life's all about, dude. Doing
working
dope
with
shit
your
with
boys.
I just want to do hood rat shit with my friends. Dude.
Yeah.
That's all I ever want to do.
Yep.
And we've got one of the best directors going and a great, charismatic young actor just making bangers. Dude.
And dude, I want those swings. Like, come up with fucking cool ideas and cool characters.
Oh,
like
dude,
that, and let's
Sinners
go.
is. In fact, I actually want to go even harder with this pitch. Go fucking see Sinners. Everyone on earth go see Sinners. You know why? Because it's an original idea.
Yeah, how about that?
Fan-fucking-tastic movie that's an original idea. It's fun. It's awesome. There's great actors in it. There's great characters, and there's great music.
Yep. I'm so in, dude.
It's fucking fantastic. All right. Speaking of blood baths, we have got mayhem in the streets. We're going to start off. We've got the Panthers, Bolts. We've got the Avs, Stars. We're going to start off in the East. We're going to start Panthers, Bolts. Panthers, Bolts, game 4. Mm-hmm. We're doing our hot takes. You have this one. You have the floor.
Yeah, my hot take in this is that the Panthers are now and potentially have always been completely full of shit. And I thought that they were too tired to do something this year.
Yeah.
Because that's what they were telling me. Not literally out of their mouths, but it was just like what I could see with my eyes.
Yeah.
They were getting that message across to me. And then I said, I'm not buying it. But they are too tired to go a long way, but they're not too tired for one round. And maybe I'm literally falling victim to that exact theory. But the Panthers team that I'm watching right now is like, we can very easily go back to the cup. And I think that they played the rest of the regular season so not caring about their seeding or anything, which we had mentioned. But just I think I didn't buy it all the way. I was like, yeah, I'm sure they don't care because they're like, we've been here before. But also you are pretty banged up and tired and you can't do this. And they're like, this incorrect. You're
Liar.
a loser.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're liars. You're an idiot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that's how I'm currently feeling.
Yeah. That was a wild game.
Dude, even if they had lost, it just, I had this, I was going to bring this up at the end of this segment, but the Rangers are about to catch such a stray here, so I'm sorry. But when the Rangers and Panthers were playing last year, that was an example of a playoff matchup where I feel like the Panthers were better than the Rangers, but the Rangers were good and could have won that series. And they won 2 games when they went up 2-1 maybe.
Yeah.
Even. But the point is, even watching those games, I felt like you and I were going, well, the Panthers are better than them. Chesty's playing great. They lost in overtime. A couple bad bounces here. Someone cashed on the power play there. It was easy for me to see, in my opinion, which team was better. And when I'm watching these two teams, especially when they settle in, there's moments, whatever, but when these two teams settle in, these two are 2 fucking nasty teams that are just as good and just as deep and have just as good goalies and just as good coaches. And there's just no give, dude. Like, they can barely shoot, Dan. Like, I watched the game and they're like, we had 5 fucking shots all game because, like, no one can get the puck near the net because everyone checks so well, but they're all so good. It's just, dude, these two are 2 unstoppable forces, and it's been super fun to watch. I don't even know that I knew that's what I was walking into, but that's exactly what we walked into.
Yeah. Well said, dude. I think the big takeaway from me through 4 games here is and this is a shame on me.
Yeah.
I forgot, and I say this with love, Panthers fans, I forgot how scummy the Panthers are. And again, I mean that in the good way, in the way that has brought them to back-to-back cups, won them a cup last year. Like, they are so down and dirty in the best way possible. It gets under team skin. It gets wins. And yeah, it is gnarly how hard they go. And yeah, they're healthy and they're nasty. And this game was crazy to me because, as we discussed on the live this morning,
yes, sir.
Tampa kind of waxed them game 3.
Yep.
Florida scored first, but Tampa bounced right back, and then they rung it up, and that was great. And you had the Kachuk hit drama, and you're like, okay, well, can Tampa come in and take care of business? Florida gets on the board first, and I don't think we can go any further in this without talking about what happened. Monster play in, I believe, the second period. Second period. Brandon Hagel has the puck on the half wall, and Aaron Ekblad comes down the boards and bazooka cocks his elbow and forearm and drives it straight into Hagel's face. Hagel goes back, head off the ice, immediately leaves, looking a little wobbly. Hoping Hagel's okay, more than anything. Just like we hoped Barkov was okay. No call. And this one was such a unique and funny moment watching. And sorry, I don't mean funny because hope no one's hurt. That hit happened, and the announcers, our boy Sean McDonough, doing the broadcast with Ray Ferraro. That hit happens, and everyone's like, oh, a huge hit on Hagel, and the Florida crowd goes fucking berserk. And then it cuts to the bench, and John Cooper and the Tampa bench are losing their shit. And I was like, I mean, did Hagel just get popped? Because to be fair, from the camera angle, you can only see, if fans watching this, Hagel's back, and then Ekblad's back.
Yeah.
The replay happens, and you see that elbow lead the fucking way, dude. Like Jon Snow being first to battle. And Ray goes, oh my God. Like, Ray Ferraro on the broadcast was like, oh, Jesus Christ.
We got to try to find that clip.
It was so funny. Like, that replay happens, and he goes, oh, goodness, that is a very high hit. And then it cuts to Dave Jackson, our referee specialist, and he was like, yeah, that...
He goes, Ray's analysis is pretty bang on, actually.
Yeah,
I think that's his direct quote.
Usually they, protect the refs, and they're very political. He was like, yeah, that's pretty high, dude. Like, I don't know what to fucking
Dude,
say.
the slow-mo, Dan, when it cut to him, because I heard them be like, I was on my phone at that point, so I'm watching like this. They were like, Hagel's a little wobbly, and I was like, oh no. So I'm watching to see if the shoulder's high, and the replay's in such slow-mo. And as Ekblad is approaching him, I see his shoulder rotation beginning. Like, he's going like this in super slow-mo. And I remember thinking to myself, man, it looks like he's about to punch him in the face.
Dude.
And then he just does. Like, literally, dude. It's as if he was in a street fight and was just trying to forearm shiver him in the jaw and drop him.
It's an MMA
which
move,
he
dude.
did, dude. And I was like, yo. I couldn't believe that's where that play ended. And I know there's still images of like run of the refs being right there, and everybody's like, how do you miss this? And it shouldn't have been missed, dude. That's an NHL game. There's 4 refs on the ice. It shouldn't have been missed. But it was a scrum of bodies up along the wall. It was probably hard to see, whatever. But an absolutely insane bullet dodge to get away with that. To drop Hagel, and doesn't return, man. Like, he's banged up in a bad way, doesn't return, and then Ekblad's just in. And dude, keep in mind, for those keeping score at home, Ekblad has just returned from a 20-game PED suspension. He's been back for 2 games, and that absolutely pounds Hagel in the jaw. And I'm like, you're gonna go hope that bench was warm, dude. Hope it was nice up on the 9th floor in the Coors Light zone, dude, because you're going back up.
Like, he apparently still jacked up on all those roids, because like that was just too much rage coming through in that play.
Fuck.
It's funny because we said online, this is one of those rare moments where I think both fan bases are going to be like, yep, that was pretty dirty. And I'd say 95% of the responses have been that. But I love when you just get, here's a response right now from a person with a Miami Heat Twitter profile photo.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It says, Heat Nation, keep pounding, time to hunt, roll tide. In their profile.
And Bama.
And Bama. And it just says, dirty hit, quote, motherfucker, this is playoff hockey, not like Hagel didn't do it first. Fuck out of here. And I'm just like, man, fans are special, dude.
Dude, it's...
To be a Florida Panthers fan and watch that hit and not have the brain in your head to be like this, yeah, it's dirty. And even if you want, in my opinion, to have the ignorant take of like this, well, Hagel did it first.
Yeah.
Means we're gonna cheap shot people because fuck it.
Yep.
Even if you want that take, at least at first be like this, yeah, it's that was bad.
Dude, I'm obviously not going to say who, but like that happened, and our phones start blowing up players texting us, not in the game players, like players in the league being like, Eki is done, dude.
Oh,
like,
dude.
Yeah.
Numerous unsolicited active NHL players texted us today being like this, well, that's a suspension. And I was like, yeah. So
how much you get? What do you think he gets?
I don't see a word. It's tough because, we'll obviously get to this, but out of fucking nowhere, Florida wins that game.
Yeah.
And they're up 3-1. So you hate in a series that's within, or rather through 4 games, anything more. You hate any suspension.
Yeah.
But anything more than 1 feels devastating. I do not see how that's not 2 games. And I'm not, I'm a bitch. Hand up. Like, just in life in general. I'm a fucking pussy, dude. I'm a sensitive little fucking fancy boy bougie bitch. I know that. But I am not soft with this stuff. I am usually like, dude, wipe it. Don't even give him a fucking fine. We need more fines.
Yeah.
Start fining people out the ass. I don't see how this is in 2 games. There is like, and I hate the dramatic statements, but someone said online, someone was like, how is that hockey play? And I was kind of like, I hear you. I wouldn't go as far. I feel like that's a little dramatic.
Yeah, that's too far for me.
It's a little dramatic.
That's too far for me.
But...
Because I think if he literally went like this, it's still such a weird. I'm like, what are you doing?
That's what I'm saying.
But even if you just hit him across the chest, I don't even think they call anything. I think they're like, whatever, dude.
I disagree. I think if the refs had a better angle of that, and the defense I will have for the refs on the ice, I don't understand how no one saw it.
Yeah.
But the defense I will have is there's no angle of it. Without the camera angle, like it happens against the board.
Totally.
So he's hiding the elbow with his back almost. I think if anyone saw that, even if it did hit him in the chest, they probably would have been like elbowing.
They would have tossed him immediately. Literally, he would have been immediately
No, I'm
tossed,
saying, but what you said, if that hit him in like the chest.
Sure.
I still think that's an elbow.
Yeah,
I'm
maybe.
Like,
I don't know
what are you doing, dude? You can't forearm people. Like it's an MMA move, literally. It's an MMA move,
dude. So
that's where I'm like, again, it's dramatic. It's too dramatic for me. I wouldn't say that like that's not a hockey move, but at the same time, I'm like, it's not really. Like that is not how you hit someone. So it's nuts, dude. And
I think if he gets 2, if he gets more than 2, I don't like it. I think if he gets 2, it's I was about to say fair. I think it's probably I won't throw a fit. I bet he gets 1.
I agree.
Just because they went. because Hagel's was way less bad for a million reasons.
Infinitely less
for a million
bad.
reasons.
That's another one
I
that
just
I'm like,
know that everybody's like, this is what happened here, and that was a super high hit on our best player. And I just think they're going to go.
when the people who say that, you've immediately lost all
Agreed.
credibility.
But
That's what happens when you come at our captain.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't trust your
great.
opinion
so just
anymore.
two-hand him across the face.
Yeah.
That's what but I think they're just going to go one game.
Yeah, me too.
3-1,
Me
one
too.
game, whatever. And that's fine too, by the way. If he gets one, I'm not going to be like, pitchfork, like he should have got two. This is ridiculous. Like,
in fact, I'm kind of like Hagel got one.
Yep.
But again, if Hagel misses next game with a concussion, I'm like, fuck you. You're out the series.
Yes,
dude.
yes.
Like,
Agree.
fuck
I
off.
always say that, dude.
So it's tough. Like I'm with you in that. If he gets one, I'm kind of that's the eye for an eye. I'm like, yeah. I mean, people wanted it with Kachuk. I don't think Kachuk should have.
Oh, dude,
been a suspension. I'm glad it wasn't. I'm glad he didn't even have a hearing. But as we said with Hagel, I thought he shouldn't have got a suspension.
Yep.
I thought that was kind of ass, but I got it. Or not so much understood it. We expected it.
Yes.
In the episode before, we were both like, I bet he gets one. This one, I bet he gets one, but I'm sitting here being like, he probably should get two. Mm-hmm. Like that was, again, the reaction from so many NHLers to us that were like, Jesus Christ, what was that?
But to be clear, they were kind of saying he's going to get suspended, not going. It's not like we were getting texts where they were like, he's done for 3 games. They were just going, he's going to get suspended.
Yeah.
Universally, that's the sentiment.
Yes.
So it could definitely be one. And I think I'm willing to go as far as I hope it's one.
Yeah.
I hope it's one. So right after that, though, I wanted to say this because obviously Tampa scores
bang.
immediately.
Dude, literally bang, bang,
Yeah.
goal. And that did feel like a hockey odds. I actually was like, makeup call on the way.
Yep.
They didn't have time to get a makeup call because it was just goal, literally face off goal.
11 seconds later. And dude, this is actually one of the most fired up I've ever been in recent memory just watching a playoff hockey game. John Cooper was losing his shit
I know, it was awesome.
after the second goal. And dude, there are stories about him with the boys, like that epic speech. And I think there was mic'd up a little bit at Four Nations, but the shit he says in the locker room with the fellas, someone be a hero out there, be selfish out there, score the OT winner, all that shit. He can get them going with the best of them, but on the bench, he's not really that boisterous.
Yeah.
Dude, who got the second one? I can't remember.
think it was Cernak.
Yeah, when the second one went in, dude, Cooper was literally like high stepping up the bench, like, let's fucking
Oh, yeah,
go,
he was
boys.
out of his mind, dude.
Come on. I was like, dude, I thought Tampa was going to win that game 1,000-1 after that. That really pumped me up how fucking juiced he was at the disservice done to one of his special boys, dude. You know?
And dude, one of your best players.
Oh my
It's
God,
like,
that
yeah.
was fucking dope, dude. That he tapped into something there. I was fired up.
Yeah. Crazy shit. To me, the turning point of that game is so you get that, Tampa goes up. I thought that game was very even.
Me too, that's what I was saying at the top.
Very, very even. There was a power play that Florida got before that I was like, oh shit, like this could get out of hand here because Florida was getting great chances. But after that, I was like, this game's very even.
Yep.
Tampa gets the 2 goals, and then for me, it was Tampa's game. Like
Yes,
were
but still close.
very close.
Yep.
Then Mikkola,
Dude.
crazy play. And this one is where I actually don't think Mikkola will get
Oh,
suspended.
me neither, nor do I think he should.
But that was nuts.
It was just a weird decision.
It was just, you're too horny.
Yeah.
Like you're playing physical, but there's a guy was on the ice for like 5 full seconds.
Yeah.
Never even flirted with getting up. And you just have a player on his knees and you're like, I have to
smash his head
I
into the
have to hit him as hard as humanly possible into the boards right now. Just crazy.
Because, dude, if he had just kind of kept him down, like literally used the pressure of his body to just like keep him down.
Cross-check him.
Yeah,
Cross-check
they
him in the
wouldn't have done
back. Just
anything.
like keep
They'd be
him
like,
down.
"That's fine."
But he was like, no, I'm going to body check him
and drive him into the boards.
and smash his head. I'm going to squish his head like a grape into the boards. It was bizarre.
dude.
And like I feel like
Big
the refs
boy,
were like,
too.
"You're out, dude. You're
Yeah,
out
yeah.
of
That
the-
way they were like, dude, you're thrown out of the game. I don't know what
You're
you
out
want
of
to
here."
do.
And he was like, "Yeah, I don't know." What
He
happened.
went straight. He was like, that's
Sorry.
on me, dude. That's on me.
But turning point of the game was Tampa not scoring on that 5-minute power play.
Dude, not only did they not score, but also that they didn't threaten. I was on against the anytime goal scorer, and I was like, here it comes. This is a no-brainer.
It
And
was
like,
awful. It was awful.
fuck, man.
And then, Florida gets a power play. Fucking Ekblad, who shouldn't
Dude.
even be in the game, scores. Turns out it's offsides. And then a little while later, Ekblad, front of the net man Ekblad, scores again with a beautiful goal.
Was their goalie out already? Like, had they pulled
No,
Bob?
no.
That was even? Are you sure?
Absolutely.
Okay. Because it makes no sense why he was standing there.
It was very strange.
Yeah, it's like, you must be an
the
extra
poise,
attacker.
dude.
Yeah.
Just a great goal by him. He kind of catches it on his forehand, kind of has the left side of the net open, and he just waits a moment.
That's the one that counted,
puts it
right?
back the other side. Yeah.
I couldn't believe he didn't shoot that.
It was beautiful poise.
I was like, what, dude?
Beautiful poise.
Yes, that was a dagger.
Yeah.
And dude, it was because, like, I even think the fact that he scored got them juiced up a little bit, even though it came back. Sometimes that can suck the wind out of your sails. And they were offside by so much on that one, by the way.
I mean,
like,
I think
actually
two players were offside.
That was
bizarre.
even allowed to happen. Because I really do hate those long, they're like, you were actually offside 5 minutes ago. And I'm like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
But, offside is offside. But I actually think they just rode that wave where they're like, we're going to get one. Because Vasi and Bob were playing awesome.
Yeah, weird game, right? Not a lot of shots.
Because they're both so
20,
good. It's crazy,
both teams are so good. They're so good defensively. And yeah, I feel bad for, Vasi at the end of the day as an 8.64 save percentage. It looks like a bad game.
Yeah, wasn't
but it's
at
just
all.
like, I mean, he played so well. He had so many great saves. So I still think you do have playoff Vasi.
Yeah.
That Ekblad one was, you got a guy who's left nude in front who makes a great play.
Mm-hmm.
And then the third one he obviously wants back, but it was so bizarre. Like kind of bounced
hit
all over the
multiple
place,
things.
hit multiple things. But dude, in a matter of seconds, all of a sudden, boom, Florida has the lead. You're now kind of just like backpedaling, trying to catch your breath, pull the goalie, got an empty net. I don't know what we're doing. But that was that.
Dude, and
game over.
It's a killer for me because of the emotional roller coaster. I think if you lose this game to Florida, 2-1, 3-2, whatever, and you never led, and it's like, fuck, tough game, I think you still kind of go like, wow, fucking, we're fine. I might be spin zoning this, but I hated for Tampa. And I picked Tampa. I hated for them seeing Hagel go down, rallying immediately, 2 quick goals. Your coach is going apeshit. The boys are fired up. Mikula goes crazy again. Another guy down. They're already short bench. But then you're like, we're going to score on this power play. We're going to win this fucking game and take 2 in Florida after everybody said we were fucked after dropping 2 in Tampa. And we are fucking back and you are so fucked now. Like, all that emotion.
Yeah.
I must have been coursing through them as the clock hits 4 minutes in the third period.
Yeah.
And then you're like, this freak goal, and empty netter, and you're dead. And they're not dead, but it's just like,
very bad.
Like, that was a
very
nightmare.
bad. Feels like shit.
Yep.
And I think that will lead me into my next point is I picked Tampa as well. But I'm also here to say to all the listeners and all of our followers, just because we pick someone doesn't mean we're rooting for them.
Yep.
Like, I don't give a fuck if my bracket goes well. I want to see good hockey.
Yep.
And also keep in mind, we grew up Bruins fans. Last year, I picked Florida to beat Boston. Like, I was like, what are we talking
rooting
about?
for
Like,
them.
it doesn't mean I'm rooting for one team or another. I love Florida. I love their fans. I love Tampa. I love their fans. I've said so many times I hate that this is the first round matchup because I want to see both these teams go deep. So this statement doesn't have any bias in it. That game was I had a weird taste in my mouth after that game because I was like, that sucks. I thought Tampa deserved to win that game. I thought they played better. And then it does blow when Ekblad scores to tie it, break your back like that when he shouldn't be in the game.
Yeah.
And that's not me being like, oh, bullshit. Like, let's be real.
Shouldn't have been in the game.
Shouldn't have been in the game. He should have been suspended for that. But ultimately, this Florida team is gritty as fuck.
Yeah, dude.
And it's been cool.
Yeah,
it's been cool every day. Every other day as these two teams play, just seeing Florida remind everyone of why they won the Stanley Cup, why they currently hold the Stanley Cup. And they're healthy. Playoff Bob is playoff Bob. And they're just hard to fucking beat. And you know what's funny, man? Last year, round 1 was Battle of Florida, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Round 1 or round 2?
Then they played us and then New York. Yeah.
Yeah, round 1.
Yeah.
And look that up for me. I believe Florida won in 6. Actually, no, it might have been much less.
Florida won in 5.
Florida won in 5. So we're through 5 games here, had 5 games there. And what was that stat we saw the other day? I think Cooch is now 14 games without a goal in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's. I think it's
14.
something like that. Yeah.
Well, 10 of those are against Florida.
Yeah. Right.
Now he had 3 assists last game. Great. That's part of what Cooch does. He had 100 assists 2 years ago. But this is one of those things where you do kind of have to sit back and go, I imagine Sasha Barkov, I imagine Anton Lundell, I imagine Matthew Tkachuk, Gustav Forsling, and Ekblad back in has a lot to do with shutting down Nikita Kucherov from scoring goals. 10 straight playoff games.
Crazy.
No goals from him. It's hard to win. Hard to win when your 130-point guy can't score a goal.
I would be bummed if this ends in 5, just from a hockey standpoint. I think
too.
these are two awesome teams. That's part of the reason I'm so bummed today.
Yeah, sorry, 9 straight games. I keep saying 10. I keep thinking we're on to game 5, but it's
Yeah.
9 straight games against this team.
That today went the way it did. But here's the other scary part about the Florida thing and how I was saying these two teams just look so good. Kachuk, obviously 3 goals. They're playing well. See, Sam Bennett, 2 goals. But Barkov, 0. Sam Reiner, 1. Verhaeghe got his first today, empty netter. Like some of these guys that have been, Brad Marchand, 0. Some of these guys that have been absolute game changers in this exact scenario for this Panthers team hasn't even done it yet, which is kind of terrifying if you're certainly the Lightning and then let alone everyone else that they could play moving forward.
No doubt about it. Huge game 5, obviously. Winner go home for Tampa.
They haven't won at home yet. You got to win at home.
Haven't won at home yet. You got to win at home. But the big hold your breath moment for all of us now is going to be Ekblad and Mikkola. Again, I don't even think...
And Hagel, just for help.
Hagel, God, we just hope he's okay and he comes back next game. He's already missed one more game than we would have liked. I don't think Mikkola will get a hearing.
I don't either.
Ekblad certainly will.
Ekblad's getting a hearing and getting minimum 1 game.
Yeah. So we'll see what's up with that. Babes, by now you know that we have teamed up with BetMGM, without a doubt the best sportsbook in the game, and it is the best season for sportsbook. We've got NHL playoff action cooking right now. We are getting into all the good stuff. It is unbelievable because BetMGM is always taking care of your boys, and right now they're doing the NHL hat trick jackpot. So what we're going to do is we're going to get dialed on some anytime goal scores. We love those. We got some of the best goal scorers in the game right now playing in these playoffs, so you got a nice pot to pick from. You pick your anytime goal scorer, and if you win, that's great. But here's the thing. If the guy that you pick in your anytime goal scorer scores 3 or more goals in that game, bang, you are entered in a chance to win your share of $10,000, $10,000. So if your anytime goal scorer gets a hattie, like Svechnikov did the other night, bang, you're in the NHL hat trick jackpot. Who's got it better than us? Nobody. And also, when you sign up for BetMGM right now with promo code NETTERS, they're hooking you up. You can bet up to $1,500, and if you lose it, you get it all back. Are you kidding me? That is ridiculous. The bonus bets are coming for you. BetMGM is taking care of you like no one else because they care about you more than anyone else. It's the best sportsbook in the game. It's the best season to be getting in on the action with your boys right now. Sign up today, NETTERS. You will not regret it. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369 in New York. Call 1-800-327-5050 in Massachusetts. 21 plus only. Please gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP in Arizona. 1-800-BETS-OFF in Iowa. 1-800-981-0023 in Puerto Rico. First bet offer for new customers only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Bonus bets are non-withdrawable in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel. See BetMGM.com for terms. U.S. promotional offers not available in New York, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Moving on to the other game of the night, Avs Stars. It's time for my hot take.
Yep.
This series tied 2-2 heading into this game. My hot take is that Cale Makar is hurting this Avalanche team.
I love it, dude. I don't know why yet, but I love it, dude. Continue.
Now, little bit of a revisionist history in what I just said.
Okay.
Is Cale Makar hurting this team because he is playing poorly? He is damaging the team? No. He is hurting this team because through 5 games, Cale Makar has 2 assists and is a -3.
He's doing his start of the year thing. He was start of the year. He was -12 in the first month or the first few weeks. Worst player on the team. Then became the best defenseman in the league.
This is about to be Norris Trophy winning Cale Makar, who had 30 goals as a defenseman this year. He has 2 points in 5 games and is a -3.
Yeah.
Not going to cut it.
No, not even close.
It's not going to cut it. And you look at the other side. Cale Makar playing about 26, a little over 26 minutes 26 and a half minutes a game. You know who's showing him up, dude? 28, 39. Tom's Harley on the other side.
Oh, dude.
2 goals, 2
Harley's been
assists.
so good.
Stepping up massively.
Yep.
So we go into this game. Felt like the Avs shook off the emotions of Landy returning. And
Almost easier being on the road.
Yeah.
With all that.
And they get a huge win. This game, you blinked. We get another first-minute goal.
Wyatt Johnson, bang, 9 seconds.
9 seconds, dude.
And dude, it's such a brutal one.
This is a glitch in the Matrix, dude. I'm telling you.
You're right. It's fucked because that goes in, and it's not even one of those ones where you feel like Mackenzie Blackwood was being super lazy. Sometimes you see those off-angle ones, and you're like, that was your fault. That one was just like, Mackenzie Blackwood's like, this is the place, the way you're supposed to be standing. I'm doing everything right.
It was a sick goal and a cheeky goal. I'm like,
Can't believe it went in. Yeah. And then after that, I thought Ottawa was playing really well, but after that, Blackwood was fantastic.
Yeah, he was.
Made some big saves, and the Avs were fantastic. I thought they completely settled in, didn't let that goal bother them, and they were like, we're good here.
Yeah.
In fact, they were running them so hard in the first that I was like, they're probably going to win this game comfortably. Yeah. And then last minute, that was the Harley one, right? Yeah, Harley takes a shot. And granted, that was like, he's walking down Main Street, so that was a grade A chance. But again, another kind of insane bounce. Blackwood pops it up with the blocker and then immediately does the zoom backwards into his net thing. Like, it's not even like he was spinning around like a top. He zooms back into the net, and it somehow still hits him on the back and goes in, which felt impossible.
Yeah.
So they go down, and then...
And keep in mind, Chris, I don't know, I'm sorry if I missed you saying this, the Harley goal was a minute left.
Yeah, right.
Like, what the fuck?
And then Rantanen, dude.
A minute 12.
Yeah.
Into the second.
And it's like...
What is going on?
Oh, dude, and that one's a big one because for a million reasons.
Yeah.
Because it's like, finally he's on the board, which is probably sneaky something the Avs were enjoying too. You know, where they're
Not
like,
sneaky.
good. Like,
Don't think there was a damn thing sneaky about it. Like, you love that he's not going.
Yep. So you're like, this is fucking awesome. And then it's 3-0, and that fucking barn is rocking, and you're fucked. I want to get into the Avs near comeback. Actually, let's just do that now because I have a larger thing I want to say. When McKinnon, this Avs team is so scary because when McKinnon scores that goal to make it 3-2, I don't think we verbalized this, but there's no way you weren't also sitting on the couch right there being like, the Avs are going to win this game.
I was not thinking it certainly, but I was like this. They are so. I was like they are going to tie it.
Yeah.
I did think they were going to tie it.
This game is not out of reach.
And
at
yeah,
all.
it's like Lehkonen scores, and you're like, oh, that's big. Lecky gets his second, and then the Nate goal too. The second he touched that puck, I was like, this goal.
Yep. And then you see a Selly. I mean, he always is fired up, but like that was a Selly that was like,
Pumped.
here we fucking go, dude. I got you.
Yeah.
So that was huge. And then I forget who took that penalty on Colorado, but there was a massive penalty take there where you never want to go short, but that was like, you had the game by the nutsack right there.
Yeah.
You go shorthanded and then bang, Dallas power play goal.
Was it Kiviranta? I feel like it cut to
Maybe.
Kiviranta
That
after.
sounds
Maybe he was on.
correct.
He looked so bummed after.
But then Wyatt gets his second disgusting play from the boys there. Dutchy across the crease, through Kale's legs, Wyatt under the bar. Ping. Fucking so dope.
Yeah.
So then they go 4-2, and then it just went to hell, dude. It was like 4-2, 5-2. Okay, so a couple things here. One, that Dallas win just guaranteed that if they are going to lose this series, and this came up on the live this morning, if they are going to lose this series, DeBoer would have to lose his first Game 7 ever. That's what that win guaranteed. Either they win in 6 or something that's never been done is going to have to happen. And Colorado's going to have to do it in Dallas, where they haven't won that much this year.
Yeah.
2, DeBoer made a comment that I was so taken aback by mid-game. And as he said it, I was like, that's ridiculous. But then I was like, actually, you're 100% right, and that's so fair. And we see this in sports all the time. He was doing his mid-second period interview, and he goes, they're like, what do you think about your game? And he goes, well, yet again, after game 4, yet again, everyone wrote us off. So I'm really happy about our response tonight, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, everybody wrote you off. I think you finished with like the 3rd most points in the fucking league. Nobody was writing you off. You're not allowed to play the nobody believes in us card. That was my initial reaction. But then I was like, actually, you might be 100% right, because everyone I talked to, everybody, including both of us, was like, I'm so excited for that series. Colorado's going to win. Dallas is too hurt. Dallas is this.
Oh, yeah. People definitely wrote them off. Write them off is such a shit. It's like, dude, no one writes you off when you're playing what I think you are the two best teams in this conference.
Yes, but to his point, I would argue that if he goes literally 99% of people picked Colorado.
Again, he's right about that, but I take umbrage with the term wrote you off. Wrote you off means like this, you're a clown. But like, fair, he's right.
Yeah.
He is a fucking ass clown to say that everyone was writing them off after the series was 2-2. Who the fuck wrote them off after that fourth game?
It's obviously
some people did, but like everyone, that's such bulletin board bullshit.
Yeah, well, yes, that's what I was about to say. It, of course, is bulletin board bullshit, but I do think coming out of that game, I guess we probably didn't even say it in the live today, but if you're the Avs, we kind of tagged, and I know game one was closer than it looked, you kind of tagged them twice and then lost 2 OT games where you're like, whatever. We're like, it's 2-2, but we're one bounce away from a fucking sweep. And like, it's fine. And so I definitely wasn't like, the Stars suck, see? But I could feel myself even, and certainly people being like, Avs are better and they're still in control of this.
Yeah, I'll hear that after game 4. A lot of people were probably like, ooh, the Avs might have figured it out.
Mm-hmm. And then Dan, I had this for you because I just thought you were so right about this so early. If you are the Avs, and coming into this game, which is game 5, so it's not that deep, but it's pretty deep. The Stars' top 6 goal scorers from the regular season. Actually, hear me out this way. Their top 7 goal scorers from the regular season. Robo is out. Okay, then take the next 6. They had one goal from Rupe Hintz coming into this game. And then today, Wyatt got 2, Mikko got 1, Marchment got 1. So now, yes. But literally coming into a game 5, they had 1 goal from their top 7 regular season goal scorers. So if you were the Avs and you go, they're missing Robo and Miro for the whole fucking series.
Yeah.
They're getting nothing from their stars. Literally less than nothing. And we beat them in game 1 in Dallas. You are now like... And you traded for who you traded for and brought in this roster, and your whole song and dance is that we've been unlucky, we've been unhealthy, and now you're healthy. You haven't been this healthy since 2022. You got the captain back, and to just lose this series to Dallas in 6, let's say, I'm like, oh shit, dude, that went horrifically.
You're not going to hear an argument from me, pal. I think this is always tough when you have 2 such great teams. And like I've said, I think that these are probably the 2 best teams in this conference. With how it's all shaken out, you can't lose if you're Colorado. You can't. Yeah. You certainly can't lose this way. So all the pressure's on this team. And I think the biggest fear is... You looked bad in this game. You looked so sloppy, undisciplined, lazy.
Slower than them, which I never would have guessed.
There's a lot of shit. I mean, like there's a really tough clip going around where Rupe Hintz really cross-checks Nate in the back of the head in an outrageous moment. Nate's nowhere near the puck. And that's when we're not asking for suspensions, but that's when I'm like, that's roughing. Like, throw him in the box.
Yeah.
Like, who knows what happens with that. But otherwise, you've got nothing to say if you're Colorado. This was just an ugly game, dude. Like, you kind of pull it together, get it 3-2, and then it's immediately a bad penalty. You're down again. Goal. And it's just like, Jesus, dude, you're getting shit pumped here. So, yeah, you looked awful in this game. Now, as you said, you get to go home here and try to even it up. And odds are they probably will. But there's a lot to be fixed here. And it goes into my hot take. I think Kale is one of the big starts. You saw on some of those power plays, it was getting up to Kale, and he's just like not getting shots through. He's not connecting his passes, and if you want a chance in this, you have to get Kale going. I want to give Otter some love.
Hell yeah!
I think this is a game that he stole a bit. I thought he was big in this game.
Early too.
You had written down in our notes, Otter's been great, and I think that's a bit of a boost from you. Otter's been good. 9-14, 2-5-8 in these playoffs. But he does have 2 games where he got pinballed a bit. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to say Otter has been very good.
Okay, I'll take that.
Very good. 9-14, 2-5-8 you're going to take in these playoffs. But that game was a huge game, and he stood up tall. and like got that game. And that is, what does Dallas need to win a cup?
Him.
That.
100% him.
Monster. And I just can't get over. I can't get over the reason I picked Colorado in this series primarily was because of Miro Heiskanen and Jason Robertson being out.
Yeah.
And you're up 3-2. I have the stiffest cock in the fucking retirement home if I am a Dallas Stars fan right now. Like, holy shit, you got to feel good.
It's because like Miro looks close, but I just don't think they were saying on the broadcast today, if he's healthy for Game 7, what would you do? And I'm borderline like I don't even know if you do that for a Game 7, but maybe you do, Christ. But yeah, like having the idea that those guys are coming back and you not only won a round, bro, but also got through the Avs is a miracle. A miracle. So yeah, they must be as fired up as they've ever been. And Dan, just like we just said, getting 3 of the guys off the schneid with your top scorers getting on the board, like that's huge, man. So massive.
Someone asked us in the DMs today if the Avs lose this series, are they on fraud watch? Are they in like, dude, you guys just keep choking talk? And my initial reaction was what I've said in the past, and like, no, dude, they've been so unlucky. But I do think this one is a choke. Dan. Because you got all, like you said perfectly, all the things you've bitched about the last 2 years, you do not get to bitch about this year. This is a bad loss.
You have Natchez and Drury and Coyle and Brock and Landy and Blackwood playing pretty well. And I'm like, dude, you can't lose this series.
Yeah, this is
you were
bad.
The best team in the league, and you lost in the first round.
This is bad. Like if you're Colorado, you're like, oh shit, this does not look good.
Outrageous.
For us. Yeah.
I did want to bring up a preposterous Jamie Benn flop.
I don't know what we're doing with those calls. Like Dave Jackson said, and we love Dave, but he was like, you got to be in control of your stick, but you could tell in the tone of his voice. He was like, yeah, that's technically the rule, but like Manson's just skating down the ice, dude.
Yeah.
And Jamie Benn,
stick out like this.
Jamie Benn, I mean, we know Jamie Benn. We know the type of player he is.
Yeah.
He went, I'm going to run my face into that 100%. Yeah. He went, I'm going to skate my face into that stick and flop. And then he's on the ground ripping his lips like he's clearly trying to make himself bleed.
He was like pulling at teeth. I was like, dude, I wouldn't even have minded just like the going down and being like, he's sticking me in the face. But it was the really getting in there. And I was like, dude, come on, dude.
You can't be calling that.
We cannot be doing that.
Does Colorado win Game 6?
I think they simply must. Yeah. I think they simply must at home. They looked good. They looked good in both games at home. They looked great in Game 4. They looked completely fine in Game 3 and lost in overtime. No. And like I say all the time, it is very impossible to match pure desperation when your back is truly against the wall. I think the Avs will have that extra jump. Game 7 is actually going to be a really tough one for me to call. I think I said Colorado in 7, and I think you maybe said 6. So this is what I was expecting. Anything can happen in Game 7s. But I now feel like this Game 7 in Dallas might be a taller task than I originally thought. I was kind of like, well, they're just the better team, so they'll just go in there and win. And now I'm like, man, that's going to be a tough one. Dallas kind of cooking right now. Everybody feeling good. And they know they're right there from everything you just said. They're fucking one step away from pulling this off. Yeah. Fuck.
I think we could also see a Kale legacy game.
Yeah, I like that too.
He wakes up 2 goals or something like that.
I like that too.
Could totally see it. You wanted to get in some goalie talk.
Yeah, I wanted to investigate some goalie stuff for you really quickly. I went back because we've been talking a lot about goalies getting pulled. I've had this conversation a lot recently. And hurt, by the way. Seeing Freddie Anderson hurt, LT hurt, Montembeault hurt. I went back the last 10 cups and found out what happened to the goalies. If they ever got pulled, if they played every minute of every game of the playoffs.
Hit me.
Okay. Bob played every minute except he got pulled in Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Finals when they lost like 1,000 to nothing. Yes. But every other minute. Aiden Hill went in for a yanked LB in Game 1, like of the playoffs, their first game of the playoffs. Then LB got hurt immediately in Game 2. Hill went back in, was never pulled again. Played every minute. Kemper kind of was hurt a lot. Remember that cup? Didn't play Game 1, was injured in Game 4, was injured in Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals, missed the whole series, and then was also yanked during Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Frankie filled in wonderfully. They won the cup. All good. Vasi, 2021, never pulled. 2020 never pulled. And dude, the first game of the playoffs was a 150 plus 5 overtime 3-2 win.
That game was fucking insane.
I was like, you are so sick in the head, dude. Binner got pulled in game 3 of the Stanley Cup Finals, but otherwise was never pulled. Holtby got hurt 32 minutes in game 1 of the playoffs, so missed the rest of that game, was never pulled again. Matt Murray, the Penguins ones are kind of crazy. Murray didn't get the job till the conference finals and then played the rest.
Yeah.
And then in 2017, missed the first game of the playoffs, hurt after 2 periods in game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals, missed game 5, played all the rest. And then Corey Crawford missed 3 games of the first round, but then once he got in, was never pulled again. I thought there'd be more Vassies, admittedly. He's the only one that truly was like, I didn't come out. But there were more than I thought. Like, I literally played every second except 1 game I got pulled in the final.
And to me, I consider those every
Me
time.
too.
Like,
So,
you getting pulled in 1 bad game, I'm like, you played every game.
And Dan, for me at least, the final changes it a bit because I'm like, you're our guy. Like, this isn't a question. We're just like, you're tired. We've been playing for 2
And
months.
ultimately, CP, pretty much every one of these, save for injuries. That's why I said pretty much. There's definitely two or so. It is like, that's the guy.
Great call, Dan. So
no one was like, I don't trust you. We're going with the other guy.
So Bob 1 pull in the final. Hill never pulled.
And a pull doesn't count to me. That's like you're getting shelled. Whatever.
Yeah. So pulled. Hill never pulled.
Yep.
Kemper injured, pulled once.
Yep.
Vassy never pulled. Binner pulled once. Holtby never pulled. Murray never pulled, was injured,
Yeah.
and then got yanked once, I think. Or maybe not.
Yeah.
And then Crawford never pulled. So I'm kind of like,
You need your guy.
yeah. And I'll give you so far, here are the goalies for this playoffs. Stolars played every minute.
Huge.
Bob played every minute.
Huge.
Vassy played every minute.
Huge.
Olmark played every minute. LT left game 3.
But that's injury.
Yep, injury. Montembeau left game 3 and missed game 4, injury.
Yep.
Freddie left game 4, injury. Markstrom every minute. Otter pulled for the 3rd in game 4. Blackwood had played every minute but was pulled for the 3rd tonight. Helly pulled twice. Gus every minute. Hill pulled in game 3. Kemper every minute. Skinner pulled in game 2 and benched in game 3 and game 4.
Yeah. So the Oilers are literally the only team that have made a conscious decision to not play a goalie.
Yes. And I am now, it's interesting. It's just interesting to look at because I'm
Binner
kind of
every
like,
minute too, by the way.
oh, sorry, I must have forgot to say.
No, it's
yeah.
just off the sheet.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, Binner every minute. It's just an interesting thing because it makes you wonder, at least for me, a little bit, even about the Otters, where I'm like, why are you pulling him right now, dude? Like, if the other guys are getting pulled 1 time in the final, like I don't see a single cup winner that's been pulled in the first round literally in the last decade. And I'm not saying that's going to stay forever. I'm just
No, that's fair. I do think, though, every time that one of these guys has been pulled, these games are out of control.
Yep.
Like, I wonder if we went back and looked at any of those games, were there games that were out of control, where you're getting shellacked?
Some of my old ones?
Yeah.
For sure. Most of them, I would say. But in this year's been actually weird because I actually thought today, we were just talking about how easily the Avs can erase a 3-goal deficit.
Yeah.
It was 5-2.
I mean, the Otter pull was like the craziest
But
thing I've
they
ever
did
fucking seen.
today. They pulled Blackwood at 5-2. And I'm
Yeah.
like, you don't think you guys can score 3 fucking goals in a period? Like, what the fuck is going on? So, yeah.
Yeah, maybe we're getting a little too eager with the polls.
I don't know. And maybe times are changing. We're in the tandem era or whatever. But, yeah, to me, I was kind of like, I don't love the teams that are pulling these guys early.
Yeah.
And that's crazy because some of the best teams in the league have done it. But I got my eye on some of the teams that are like, this is my guy, dude.
Yeah.
And fuck off.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah. Interesting analysis.
All right. Well, guys, we had a nice little light night tonight. Just those 2 games. Tomorrow, we've got Sens, Leafs, Game 5. We've got Devils, Canes, Game 5. We've got Minnesota, Vegas, Game 5, and Edmonton, LA, Game 5. So that's going to be a huge night. The Wednesday morning live will be insane. Taking a quick break to tell you about one of our favorite partners, and that's Dollar Shave Club. I actually just gave myself a fresh shave right before recording tonight. How about that? Because I grow a beard. I need to shave about once a week. DP needs to shave about once in his life. Wags needs to shave every day, never does shave. But that's okay because whatever your facial hair situation, there's an answer for your Dollar Shave Club because they make the razors and you make the rules, all right?
I've got the Club Series 6 right now. It's amazing. It's my favorite razor of all time, but it's all the other stuff they got cooking that I really love. The prep scrub. They got shaving cream, but I love the shave butter. You all know I love the shave butter because you can kind of see through it. You know, I can see where you're shaving, especially if you're styling. The shave butter is amazing. And then the post-shave dew is just a game changer. I love the post-shave dew. I can barely go a day without it. Every time I shave, I'm popping that on there. It's incredible. So what I want you to do is get your hands on some of this product. So go to their website, go to Amazon, go to one of the retailers near you, and you'll find it. But if you go to dollarshaveclub.com/netters, that's NETTERS, you can get 20% off your first order of $20 or more, and you get it delivered right to your door. So use that promo code NETTERS, that's NETTERS, for 20% off an order of $20 or more. And welcome to the club.
For now, let's get into a beer league hotline. Wags, what do you have for us today?
It's a good one. I'll give you
Jesus.
that.
Okay, here we go.
Our semifinal game was scheduled for last night, but there was a miscommunication from the league manager and both team captains. Allegedly, the league manager emailed both teams saying their game has been moved up to 8:30 p.m. from 10:30 p.m., but neither team received it, so neither team showed up. The easy fix here is the rescheduling the semifinal game to next week, and the winner goes to the final like normal. But instead, the league manager ruled that both teams forfeited due to their no-show. The game will be rescheduled for next week as a third-place game, and both teams on the other side of the bracket will play each other again for what is now the championship. The real kicker is that the league manager plays on one of those other teams who is now in the phony title game. What the fuck?
Dude, that is, dude, what, straight to jail. El Salvador.
Dude,
I will not stand for this.
you duplicitous
Rat.
rat.
Do you think he lost?
Rick.
Do you think he lost in
He
the semi?
fucking better have.
Because this guy, we'll find the DM.
That is-
Let us know, because if he, it's already horrific. But if he lost, the league manager,
What's the rationale behind this? It's too difficult to reschedule.
the rationale, and I'm not defending him, but the rationale is with his current plan, the league's season still ends next week.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a scheduling problem.
Yeah, otherwise they'd have to take a week to play the other semi and then go another week to play the final.
Why
play a
didn't they just
doubleheader.
play at 10:30? Did they all show up at 10:30?
I'm now thinking, Dan.
Did they all show up at 10:30?
Yes.
Do we know that?
I don't know, but that's the implication.
And there was there another game going on?
Probably. I'm now thinking, Dan, that he moved it, said he emailed. He wanted this to happen. He had this plan the whole time. He had this plan before they no-showed. He emailed them, quote unquote, didn't actually email them, claimed to have emailed them, planned on the double forfeit just to guarantee that he goes in the finals. I actually bet, Dan, he was out of town that semifinal week. And he was like, I'm not going to be there. I'm not going to get to play in the semis. I'm going to guarantee my team's in the final next week by pulling this fucking stunt. That's what I now think.
This is giving me the neck thing. This is making me so mad. The word miscommunication is so frustrating.
It's pissing me off.
Well, because I need to know what it was.
Yeah. Show me the email. Dude. Is it in your sent?
The problem is the inclusion of miscommunication from the league manager and both team captains. To me, that's too vague that it makes me think that the team captains fucked up here.
Oh my God. You're turning it around.
No.
Dude, if the team
No.
captains had
Let
this
me finish.
information, then it's on
Let me
them.
finish.
It's on them.
Shut up. Let me finish. If it was on the team captains, which in my opinion, doing a little detective work here, it feels like the phrasing is omitting details because it in fact was on the team captains. So that is a bummer. Let's live in that world.
Okay.
That said, it's still beyond fucked to just dead them like this. Like, yeah, they made a mistake, but
They no-showed.
both teams made a mistake. So it's like, all right, let's figure this out. I'm not flipping it around.
Yeah, well,
I'm not.
kind of flipping
but
it
I
around.
am adding a factor in here. Like, that would suck if it turns out that these guys made a mistake. And I'm just saying it's weird to not include in this email that these guys didn't make a mistake. It was the league manager.
If you don't show,
That's fucking legal speak right there, dude.
that is maybe legal speak. But if you don't show to your semifinal game, you forfeit if it was your fault. If you knew the game had been changed and you don't show, then you have forfeited. unfortunately.
I am worried. I am worried that these two guys fucked up and fucked over their teams.
Because if they knew, dude, that's as simple as that.
And
Show me the fucking receipt. Is his email in the sent? Is it in his sent box, dude?
Yeah.
Is it out? Did you send it? Like, because he's like, I sent you an email, and they go, we didn't get it. And I go, then where is it? Because if they don't have it for real, and it's not in his sent, then he is a scumbag
CP
alley rat.
He says allegedly the league manager emailed both teams saying their game had been moved up to 8:30 to 10. Allegedly, dude.
Yeah. So did he
send it?
Because dude, I need to see his outgoing.
Yeah.
Because if it's not in there, then he is a scumbag alley
Neither
rat.
team received it, so neither team showed up.
But dude, if it's in there and they just like didn't
You guys
open
are-
it
you
or
guys are
something,
assholes.
and you forfeit.
Yeah.
And you've lost.
Maybe
And
I am flipping
and
it.
I hope you win third. I hope you win bronze.
Maybe I am flipping it.
But I need to see his
Here's-
sent folder.
Here's the reality. We are dealing with cowards.
Yeah.
And I don't know who they are.
Yeah.
We've either got the biggest coward of them all.
Yes, the king coward.
In the league manager. King El Rata Alada, dude.
Yeah.
It's La Rata.
Yeah.
Either it's him,
Yep.
and he is the king rat, dude, in the Dance of the Sugar and Plum Fairy. Mm-hmm. Because he has lied
He's
about
lying
sending an
through
email.
his teeth, through his rat teeth.
Makes these, which are huge.
Yeah.
This gnawing, eating. Either he has lied and has forced these two teams to forfeit so his team can be in a championship game no matter what, or he is a man of honor, sent an email, and then we have two cowards
Yep.
who are claiming they never got an email together.
Yeah. Two
And-
princeling rats.
Yeah.
Who coordinated this? Who both lied together?
I unfortunately am coming to you asking.
Yeah.
And maybe listeners, if you are on
Yeah,
this,
somebody
one of these
who's
teams,
part of this league.
because I guarantee there are guys on either of these teams who the ones who had to forfeit,
Yep.
who aren't the team captains. You got to find out for me if an email was sent.
Find me a receipt.
Because if not, we will fucking sewer this league manager, and I will make him lose his job
Yeah.
as league manager.
Well, maybe the title. Maybe lose his title.
I said lose his job as league manager.
Yeah, I meant his championship, not his literal line of
No,
work.
you can't be the league manager anymore if you're pulling moves like this. Come on.
Yeah, right. You're
He
right.
has to be
He's abuse of
removed.
power. It's abuse of
It's an
power.
abuse of power. And we will make that happen.
Yeah.
So if there was, in fact, no email sent, let us know. But if there was, you are the biggest rats of all.
I need the receipts.
It's unbelievable.
Okay, now we are going to get into a segment brought to you by our good friends at Bauer.
God, I love Bauer so much.
Bauer is absolutely incredible. They're decking us out in everything from all the sickest training gear to the Bauer Twitch, which is my favorite stick of all time. Get your hands on one if you care about scoring goals ever again for the rest of your life.
I love Bauer so much, it's literally the only thing I wear anymore.
Yeah, correct. Head to toe Bauer. Sleeping power, I got Bauer sheets.
When I'm no, I'm not even kidding. Like all of my gym stuff is Bauer now.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
So this is a Bauer blind ranking, and this week we actually got a message from the live show chat room. And if you are not tuning into the lives, please go
Oh, they're
check
so
out the
fun.
lives every morning. The chat is firing. We're interacting with the fans. You can subscribe to the YouTube, which we would love you to do. Get involved on all of that.
Guys, don't you wish that you had more morning hockey shows?
Come on.
You have it now.
Yeah, we're doing it. Don't waste my time, dude. We're doing it for you.
We're doing it, babe.
So everyone join the chat. You're going to get into some stuff like this. Someone in the chat, we were talking about being hungover, and I was drinking out of my water bottle, and somebody was like, there's a Labatt Blue in that that Yeti.
When did
And-
this, was this Friday?
Yeah. And somebody goes,
Were you hungover?
no, but he just was like, you got to Labatt Blue in that
Was
Yeti.
he drinking?
Hell no. But
He was
somebody,
drinking
or-
a DP.
yeah, and remember, yeah, right. And somebody goes, you guys should blind rank brunch cocktails. And I said, done, dude.
Are we doing a blind ranking of brunch cocktails
Yep.
right now?
Because we interact with the chat. How about that?
Dude, I don't think you know how excited I am
Yeah,
right now.
I know, dude. I know.
is my
Don't
favorite
fuck it
drink.
up. Don't fuck it up.
This is my favorite drink. We could do
Okay.
a blind ranking of favorite drinks. Brunch
it would be
cocktail
all
would
of
be
them.
my number one.
Oh yeah. Okay.
No doubt, dude.
Okay.
You know I'm a day drink guy.
So,
Holy
Wags,
shit, this is exciting.
blind ranking brunch cocktails.
Can I do a little quick caveat? We're gonna do this with the mindset that it's a nice sunny day. We're outside.
We're outside.
Yeah.
Sunny day set, but not too hot.
Yeah,
With
so
a little
scorching.
breeze.
Yeah. Little breeze. Yes, well, no wind wags, but breeze.
Sounds like a guy who needs a brunch cocktail.
Breeze.
Okay, hit us.
A mimosa.
Fuck, right out the fucking gate with mimosa, dude. Right out the fucking gate with mimosa. Because now your fucking hands are tied, dude.
Here's the thing about a Mimo.
They're amazing.
It's not a
And they're
showstopper.
bottomless.
It's not a showstopper. A Mimo's not knocking your socks off with flavor, but it's getting the job done maybe better than anyone else.
Goes down easy.
Goes down so easy. Fresh and crispy. You're getting some vitamin C.
Getting some vitamin C is by far the best bottomless option, in my opinion.
No doubt about it.
And Dan, I'll do you one more for the thumb.
Yeah.
There's always a little bit of humor with the Mimo. There's some people got the orange juice eyedropper. Some people are picking it up with the mouth. You know, I just think the Mimo provides a lot of laughs at the brunch table for a lot of various reasons.
Sure. It's
For the versatility, I might even have to go one, dude. It's not even my favorite
hold on.
drink.
Talk to me about versatility.
Well, there's strawberry Mimo.
So that's where I don't like it, because to me, a Mimo is orange juice.
okay. I'm still fine with that.
And I
yeah.
respect when people will do like you go to a place and they're like this. We got cranberry, we've got grape juice. And I'm like this. Great, that's not a mimosa. It's cool that you're doing that bottomless.
Yeah.
But those aren't mimosas.
Well,
They're not.
okay. But I still think a mimosa is a 98-mile-an-hour fastball, four-seamer on the black.
Yeah. After everything we've just said, I don't think I can go higher than 3.
Higher than 3?
I can't.
That's fucking outrageous talk, dude. You are a fucking psychopath.
Dude, but let me
Dude,
tell
you are so dumb.
Let me tell you what's happening.
You're
right
so stupid
I might be.
sometimes.
Let me know what's happening. Let me tell you what's happening right now. You are an alcoholic. You right now, you have your binge drinking hat on too tightly.
Bottomless, baby.
Because you were just thinking, I want to delete 10 of these.
$10 all you can drink.
And I'm like, dude, we need to open the floor here to like really enjoyable brunch cocktails. Like, let's say if someone went, I'm going to fucking wrinkle your brain right now. Someone went, we're doing a blind ranking of brunch cocktails. You can only have one. One cocktail.
Yeah, for the rest of my
Like
life.
you're not, no. At this brunch, you can only have one drink.
Oh, literally one of them. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't get the mimosa because it's so small.
So that's what I'm saying. Is like if you're allowed one drink at this brunch, that's where I'm like, I probably wouldn't pick the Mimo.
Okay, but that no one's ever saying that to me. That's a made up.
But I think it's something that we have to consider. Like what tastes the best? Like what? When you take a sip at a nice brunch, you've worked out that morning, it's a beautiful day, you've got the whole weekend ahead of you, and you sit down and you order your drink before the meal has even arrived, you take a sip. I don't think the Mimo is getting the blood rushing.
It is, though, because I know that there's 30 behind it. There's 30
Again,
of them right
you're a
behind
fucking degenerate.
Oh, dude. As soon as I start to see the bottom,
So you want
the
two.
waiter's flying over to refill it.
You want two.
I just feel like as out of respect. I think it's the most synonymous, one of two of the most synonymous brunch cocktails on earth. Wouldn't you agree with that?
Yeah, but like that doesn't, I think when I think of someone says beer, there's like a couple beers that immediately shoot into my head. Doesn't mean they're the best beers in the game.
Good counter. Good counter. Fuck.
I'll wrinkle your brain again. I don't even think it's the best orange juice based brunch cocktail.
Okay, I'll go 3. But if we go lower than that, then that's fucked.
I would never go lower than 3.
You said you wouldn't go higher than 3.
I think that's the sweet spot at 3.
3.
Wow, I can't believe I got him on that.
Espresso martini.
One of my favorite drinks, one of the most addictive, influential drinks. I think someone comes back with an espresso martini anywhere you're out, and everyone's like, I actually
You know what? I'll
want
do one of those too.
Yeah. I've never seen anything like it. It's really special.
If I started a restaurant and I had an espresso martini on the menu, I would call it I'll have one too.
Yeah.
And in parentheses, it says espresso martini. And everyone would go, oh, that's great.
I actually will have one of those too.
We should do that.
Everyone
fucking forget what I just
delete
said.
that.
No one fucking take that idea.
I love them more at
Look at me.
night.
It's not a brunch drink.
But it is.
Dude, you have a problem.
Gets you going. Gets you going.
It's not a brunch drink.
In
fact, I don't think I've ever seen someone order one at brunch. And I would respect it if you did.
Yeah. doing it.
I don't think it's a brunch drink,
Might start doing it.
which is kind of weird because it
should
probably
be. It's
should
literally
be. It's an espresso.
It's a coffee.
Maybe I'm being an idiot. Like,
It is
maybe
a brunch drink. People do it at brunch.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, you have.
I have.
Yeah, you have. You sure have. I've seen me do it.
No. I think this is a 5 for me.
I think I could go 5 though. It's
Like, I
weird because
love
it's something
it.
I love so much.
Don't even drink coffee, but I love an espresso martini.
I'll fuck with you, dude. I'll go 5 there.
Yeah, let's do 5.
Yeah, 5.
5.
Bloody Mary.
1.
I can't believe your Mimo disrespect and your Bloody Mary respect. And I love a Bloody Mary. But yeah, I go like this. Bloody Mary, have one. It's amazing.
I just got horny thinking
But
about it.
I go, have a second one. You go, I'd rather fucking die.
No, not
I'd
true.
rather shoot
No,
myself
no.
in the fucking head.
Here's the thing about Bloody Marys. You can go Bloody Mary, you can go Bloody Maria.
Yep.
I'm a Bloody Maria guy.
Yep.
You always get it spicy.
Always.
It's got to have some Worcestershire in there, some horseradish if you like
celery
it.
salt. Celery salt rim.
Yeah. Oh.
And then as many things. You're not as many things guy, but I'm like, I
If
want.
it's on the menu,
Yeah.
I like it. But a nice, give me a gherkin pickle.
Yep.
Give me a lemon lime.
Olive.
Give me a olive,
Celery.
preferably a blue cheese olive.
Yep.
Give me a stick of celery and a nice crispy stick of bacon down there. Put some Tabasco sauce in that bitch.
Yep.
That's what I'm talking about. When I said when you sit down at brunch, that sun's shining. You got your sunglasses on. You did a workout that morning.
Yeah. Say you worked out again, dude.
You need calories. And you sit down at that brunch.
Shrimp cocktail on there.
You take that first sip of a bloody.
The whole weekend's in front of you.
Everything. Whole life. Dude.
Whole life's in front of you.
Your whole life's in front of you.
You can see your
in
children.
that moment.
Yeah.
It is the most special moment that exists at brunch. It's the most special moment that exists in the dining world.
What happens when I hand you your third?
We're in a dangerous game.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Have I had a good third bloody?
No.
Yes, I have.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have. You have too. But it is quite rare.
Yeah.
2 is perfect.
No. One's perfect. Two's usually good.
I'll give you that. 1 is perfect.
One's perfect.
1 is perfect every time.
Yep.
2 is going to work out for you almost every time. But sometimes maybe it gets a little too hot. Maybe you drink it a little too slow.
Yeah.
3, it's treacherous waters.
Yeah.
You need to be absolutely unhinged and in one for the third Bloody Mary to hit just right. But I'll tell you what, dude, when you do get that magic moment, when you are on a true and utter train car headed for disaster that day, but not until way later.
Yeah.
So when you're sucking down that third good Bloody Mary and it tastes just as good as the first, you know you are in for an absolutely chaotic day. That's a special moment.
Yeah. Oh, dude. A 1. Fuck it.
Bloody
1.
will be our 1.
Sangria.
Chris, this is a pivotal moment for us. We are on the cusp of something really delightful. Really delightful. Now,
Dude.
I'm curious where you think.
Where
We're
I would
going
put it
here.
or what I think you're going to say?
Tell me what you think about a nice cold glass of sangria.
I don't particularly care for a red sangria.
Dude, this is
I know.
No, this is what people don't know.
But a white sangria
A white or a pink
Or a
or
pink.
God forbid an orange.
is
Sangria
is delightful.
The sangria delicious.
Delicious. So that is actually a lovely trick when they pull out a pitcher of white sangria and that is a lovely
In a
trick.
glass pitcher where you can see the sliced fruit in it. It's clinking all the way over.
That is a lovely
Sweating
trick.
in the beautiful heat
Yep.
with a nice breeze.
Yep. I'm just wondering though if are there more drinks that we like so much that should be the 2? Like we only have 2 and 4. And sangria, to your point, has to encompass all of it. I can't say there was no direction here. If I can't put cranberry in my Mimo, then I can't be like,
Yeah. What's funny here is I know we got some degens in the comment section, and there are going to be people who are just naming cocktails that I'm like, I don't know that that's a brunch cocktail. Like, that's just a cocktail. Yeah.
Whiskey ginger.
People are going to be like, where the fuck is my spicy marg? And I'm like, is that a brunch cocktail? Like, I've had it at brunch. I just don't know if it's a brunch cocktail. Like, these got to be kind of like breakfasty drinks.
yeah,
So I'm keen.
on a 2. I think I would have gone 4.
Like I could too.
Yeah.
But you know what's in my brain right now is I'm thinking of more that I would put at 4 than I am at 2.
Oh,
right now.
really? Okay. Oh, that's a problem. Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem. But I think I can probably live with sangria at 4 behind mimosas. And I'm like, okay, I died swinging.
Oh, I'm scared.
I'll let you call it, dude.
No. You've given me.
I'll let you call
You've
it.
given me the world on this list.
Okay, then we're going 4.
Wow. I think you've made a mistake.
We're going 4.
All right, we're
going
going
4, and we're gonna see
We're doing sangria at 4.
what the second best brunch cocktail is of all time.
Irish coffee.
Damn it.
Fuck.
You know what? I fucking knew he was gonna say that too.
Those are so good.
They're actually awesome, dude. I love them. I truly do, but I love them on like the mountain because I'm cold, and I don't drink coffee that much. Because my friends that drink coffee love them. And my friends that drink coffee probably think this is a perfect list. Truly.
I
Absolutely
disagree.
nailed.
I disagree. There are ones here that have been left off that are a
They
travesty.
love it, dude.
But again, that's blind ranking.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, buddy. If those two are switched, we have a perfect list.
I know. Well, actually, I would move mimosa up to 2, as it should have been. Bloody Mary, Mimo, Sangria, Irish coffee, espresso martini.
I'm like so sad right now. That was so mad. Also, dude, Irish coffee fucking sucks.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong
For a
about that.
brunch drink,
What if you want a fucking coffee? I'll have a coffee, please, and get banged up. Perfect. Thank you. Fun and functional.
I'm pissed.
You're crazy.
Who the fuck is ordering Irish coffee at brunch?
If you want a coffee.
I don't think it happens, dude. Irish coffee is like, it's so thick. It's like you got Bailey's in there and like vodka and Kahlua. It's like, it's not. No.
Sounds great.
It's good. It's just not a brunch drink. You don't want that with your fucking steak and eggs. I'm pissed. We had such a good thing going. Fucking brutal. All right, that is it for us on this episode of the Empty Netters podcast. Like we've said a million times this episode, lives Wednesday and Friday, Monday as well, but this coming Wednesday, Friday, 12 noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. We'll see you there. We've got our new episode, or we got this episode coming out on Tuesday. You'll listen to it right now. Thursday as well, covering all these games. It's been absolutely fucking awesome and madness. I'm tired as shit.
Yeah.
But the grind is the best.
We'll be up. We're on Hold the Phone in like 6 hours. I have to
dude,
literally come
Jesus.
back right here in 6 hours and be on Hold the Phone live.
Ridiculous.
Everybody tune into that. We're not missing a game. We're giving you action for every single game.
Yeah, damn right. So we love you guys. It's going to be a blast watching the rest of these games. Can't wait to see how things shake out until we see you next time.
Skate hard.